Hey guys, it's Ethan. Today I wanted to do a quick video on SSH keys and just the process of installing them. So this is going to be really quick, really safe, and I'm probably going to expand upon what you can do with them. But I think the first step is just talking about how to set them up. So to get started, you're going to do SSH-keygen. Now if you haven't generated a key for the host machine yet, then this is what you want to do. And it'll save to this file. So if you already have it, then it's not gonna, well, it will get overwritten. So I'm just gonna say no because I don't want my existing keys to not work. What's gonna happen though is it's gonna generate this file when you provide it with a password if you want it to be password locked. Now the password that you're providing it is what the other person is going to use. So say I'm giving this SSH key to my friend Bob, who I want to be able to SSH into this user I made, but I don't want him to know the password to the user. Let's just say, for example, I could make the password for it Bob's password, and he could log in over SSH onto this system without having any of the passwords. So with that being said, we've generated the key and we can actually see that the key exists in .ssh id rsa. That's the file, right? It's right here. This is my key. So now let's go get another system. So here's my virtual machine right here. So its IP is .1.66, so if I do SSH-copy ID, and we're going to do -F just because this already has a key on it, so we're going to override it. Actually, I have to provide it with a port as well, so let's do that. Or do I put port beforehand, actually? -P33, there it is, okay. So if you have a custom port set, which I can show you how to do in just a moment, if you have a custom port set, put it after the F, but besides that, we're going to go ahead and log in. For you, it's going to be a password. For me, it's a key, just because the system already has a key on it. I typed that in wrong. There we are. So it's overwritten the system. What we're going to do now is we're going to SSH into that system. So here we go. It's going to ask us for the passphrase of the key. In this case, we set the password for it when we generated our key, and we can see that we now logged into our system, so everything is working so far. So now let's go ahead and let's head into the SSH config. So this is /etc ssh config. Now what did we change here to make this all happen? Number one is the port. You don't have to change this port normally, but if you're like just want to make it a little bit more hardened, you can change this port to something that isn't port forwarded on your router and isn't 22. 22 is the default, and you don't have to provide a port when the port is 22. But in my case, I changed to 33 just for the sake of showing it in this video. As for permit root login, you always want this disabled. So make sure you uncomment this line and set it to no. If we move down, password authentication should now be set to no since we already have the SSH key. And just to show, I'll head into my actual SSHD config on my main system, and we head over to password authentication. You can see it's set to no here. We don't want passwords anymore. We only want to use keys. And the reason that we're using keys, and I guess the idea behind using a key, is we actually choose who gets to log into our computer, as opposed to normal SSH where you just type in the person's credentials and you're in. With the SSH key, you have to provide a key in order to actually use their system, which is a lot more secure, because while SSH is a really good tool by itself, being able to log in with just a password is not always the most secure thing that you can have, and sometimes it's helpful if you want to dish out just keys to make sure that only people who have system access to your main computer are able to provide somebody the permissions to access it, as opposed to everybody being able to access it if they can just crack one simple password. So with that being said, I don't want to take up any more of your time. That's the process of adding an SSH key to a system, and I'm most likely going to expand on this in the future, but with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of the support, and there's more Gen 2 content coming. I just need to spend more time making it, so I'm sorry for the delay in the videos. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section, or you can join my Discord with the link in the description. and I appreciate all feedback and suggestions. So maybe stop by the Discord and say hi. With that being said, bye bye.